Hey children, welcome to Toppscholars, and in this session we are going to deal with the entire sample paper for CBSE grade 10. So without wasting any time, let's begin. So we'll start with the sample paper and straight away we'll start with section A. If you know that in section A we have 20 questions of 1 mark each. From 1 to 18th question we have the MCQs. 19th and 20th question will be your assertion and reasoning question. Please make sure children that you don't miss out on section A. Please also be a bit quick while solving section A because the long questions are going to be later. For that you will require time. So try to solve each and every question under 1 minute for this particular section. So here is the first question. It says alpha and beta are the zeros of a polynomial. Alpha, beta, zeros of the polynomial given, such that alpha plus beta is minus 6. That is, sum of the zeros is minus 6 and the product of the zeros is 5. Then we are supposed to find the polynomial. That means we are going to create the polynomial over here. And the 4 options are given. Have a look at this. So how do we define a polynomial or a quadratic polynomial whose sum and zeros are given? Let us have a look. So we can say that if alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial, then the quadratic polynomial, right? The quadratic polynomial is given by x square minus sum of the zeros multiplied by x plus product of the zeros is equal to 0, correct? So here we get alpha plus beta, that is negative 6, you can see over here. The value is already given. Alpha into beta is 5 is over here. Now minus minus will become plus and you will get x square plus 6x plus 5 is equal to 0, and that's it, that is your final answer. Children, if you are able to do such type of questions orally, if you already know the formula x square minus sum of roots into x plus product of roots, do it directly because we don't have to show the entire justification over here. This is just an MCQ based question, right? Okay, let's have a look at the second question. It says the pair of linear equations 3x plus 4y is equal to 2 and 9x plus ky is equal to 1 do not have any solution if. No solution. No solution means parallel lines. Parallel lines means a1 by a2, right? a1 by a2 should be equal to b1 by b2 and that must not be equal to c1 by c2. So if you get this condition, we can say that the given linear equations do not have any solution, right? What are the options? The options are given for the value of k. So we need to apply this condition first. We can say that the system of equations 3x plus 4y is equal to 2 and 9x plus ky is equal to 1 do not have any solution when, okay, we can get the values of a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, right? So a1 is 3, b1 is 4, c1, if I take 2 here, c1 is negative 2, then a2 is 9, b2 is k and c2 is minus 1. So now we know that a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 but is not equal to c1 by c2. So here we can say that a1 by a2, that is 3 by 9, is equal to b1 by b2, that is 4 by k, is not equal to minus 2 by minus 1. So from here let us take only the equality part. Anyways, this is 2 by 1 and this is 1 by 3. So definitely a1 by a2 is not equal to c1 by c2, that is there. But we want to find the value of k. For that we'll take the equality part, that is ignore the third one and just cross multiply. You'll get k is equal to 4 into 3, k is equal to 12. So there it is. So the value of k that we get is 12. I hope this is easy, clear and simple. Let's have a look at a new question now. It says in right triangle PQR, right angled at Q. QR is 12 centimeter and PQ is 5 centimeter. Then the radius of the circle inscribed in the triangle is, 4 options are given. Okay, so we have a right triangle PQR, right? Okay, perfect. The figure is also given to us. Well and good. Good to analyze this. So what is given? QR is given. QR is how much? QR is 12 centimeter over here and PQ is given. PQ is 5. Okay, so this is 5, this is 12 and we are supposed to find out the radius of the inscribed circle. To find out the radius also, firstly let us focus on the right angle triangle where angle Q is 90 degrees, and definitely by Pythagoras theorem can we find out the value of PR. Can we do that? Yes, we can do that. Here is 5, here is 12. Apply Pythagoras theorem. You get PR is equal to under root of 5 square plus 12 square. 5 square is 25, 12 square is 144. So 25 plus 144 is 169. Under root of 169 is nothing but 13. Right? Okay, now we have the value of PR as 13. Now what we can do is we can take the area of triangle PQR. Understand? Area of triangle PQR. This is 13. If I take the entire area of triangle PQR, the formula to find out area of the triangle is half into base into height. That is half into 12 into, right, QP. Half into 12 into QP. Understand one thing, there is one more way of finding the area of this particular triangle. The area of the triangle is given by half times. Please make a note of this. This is very important. This is going to help you later while solving such type of problems. Such type of problems are also there in the NCERT, but that process is very lengthy if you have solved that question. There is one question very similar to this. Anyways, we are not talking about that. Here this is just a 1 mark question. So we are not going to waste a lot of time here. We are directly going to use this formula, half into perimeter of triangle PQR multiplied by R. So what is perimeter of triangle PQR? Sum of all the sides, that is 13 plus 5 plus 12. Correct? Area. Can we find out the area? Area as we know is already half into base into height. So half into base into height. If you see base and height, 12 and 5 as I told before is equal to half into the perimeter, 12 plus 5 plus 13 into R. So half is anyways going to get cancelled. This will become 60 and this will become 12 plus 5, 17, 17 plus 13 is 30. So we get 60 is equal to 30 into R. Now you can divide 30, you'll get the value of R. So the value of R will be 60 divided by 30 and the value of R that you get is 2. Easy. So 2 centimeter is nothing but the radius of this particular triangle. So this is radius of the circle, not the triangle. Perfect, easy. Let's continue. Find the sum of 12 terms of the AP series, whose first term is 4 and the common difference is minus 2. First term as we know is denoted by small a, right? First term is 4. The common difference D is given. D is negative 2. And the 4 options are given. I hope the options are clear. Minus 84, 70, 85 and 92. So what is given? It is given that the first term A is 4 and the common difference D is minus 2. Correct? Sum of the first 12 terms is S12. Correct? So what is the formula for Sn? See, A and D is given. Sn has 2 formulae. Sn is equal to n by 2, A plus An. But here we don't know the last term. So obviously we have to use the first formula. Sn is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d. Correct? Now what we will do is, we'll put all the values. The value of n that we will put is 12. The value of a that we will put is 4. And the value of d that we will put is negative 2. So put it over here, we get S12 is equal to 12 by 2, 2 into a plus 12 minus 1 into d is negative 2. Substitution basic. Solve this further. 12 by 2, that gives me 6. 2 4s are is 8. 12 minus 1 is 11. 11 into minus 2 is minus 22. And 8 minus 22 is minus 14. 14 6 is 84 but negative. So minus 84. Always remember the sum can be negative because if you see here the difference is also negative. So, right, we are getting the sum as negative. Perfect. Easy question based on AP, 1 marker. The next question says, interesting question, easy question. Volume of two spheres are in the ratio 27:64. The ratio of their surface areas is what? Okay, you're supposed to find out the ratio of their surface areas. These are 4 options given. Now, volume of two spheres are in ratio 27:64, right? So we have V1 by V2, right? So what will be V1 by V2? That will be 4 by 3 pi R1 cube by 4 by 3 pi R2 cube. So 4 by 3, 4 by 3, pi. It gets cancelled. After that V1 by V2, it is already given 27 by 64. So 27 by 64 is given by R1 cube by R2 cube. Now this can be written as 3 cube by 4 cube. That is equal to your R1 cube by R2 cube. So R1 by R2 will be equal to 3 by 4, correct? Now once you get R1 by R2, can you find out the ratio of their surface areas? Formula for surface area 4 pi R square. So surface area of the first sphere by the surface area of the second sphere is going to be 4 pi R1 square by 4 pi R2 square. 4 pi gets cancelled. You get R1 square by R2 square. So R1 square by R2 square. That is nothing but 3 square by 4 square. And that is going to give you 9 by 16. Right? So 9 by 16 is the right answer. Hey children, let's have a look at a new question now. This is question number 6 and we have done with the first 5 questions of 1 mark. Question number 6 says sin theta is 8 by 17. Find the value of 5 sin theta into cos theta into tan theta into cot theta. Okay, and this can slightly get lengthy because as we know, see, sin theta is what? Opposite by hypotenuse. So if I have a right angle triangle and if this is theta, sin theta is opposite, that is 8, hypotenuse is 17. Firstly, what we will do is, we'll find out the third side. We're going to find out the third side. So how would you do that? You can consider the adjacent side as x. Can I find out this with the help of Pythagoras theorem? Yes, I can do that. So by Pythagoras theorem, I get x square plus 8 square is equal to 17 square. X square plus 8 square is equal to 17 square. 17 square 289, 8 square 64. So 289 minus 64, obviously this will be minus here. And then 289 minus 64 is 225. X square is 225, so x will be square root of 225. Square root of 225 is 15. So the value of x that we get is 15. Now once we get the value of x as 15, now can we find out cos theta, tan theta, cot theta? Yes. Also remember, see, this is very interesting, tan theta into cot theta. Can I say tan and cot are reciprocal of each other? Tan and cot are reciprocal of each other. So can I say tan theta multiplied by cot theta will give me 1. So denominator is anyways 1. Denominator is 1. So all I need to do is find out 5 sin theta into cos theta. Correct? All we need to do is find out 5 sin theta into cos theta. So this is 5 sin theta. Sin theta is what? Sin theta is 8 by 17 and cos theta is what? Cos theta will be 15 by 17. So this is how you will solve further, right? You will multiply these two, that is 15 into 8 is 120, 120 into 5 is 600 and then 600 by 17 will be the final answer. So here let us see how they have taken it further. Tan theta they have found out, cos theta they have found out and then they have done this. So children, even if you want to find this, you can find it. If you don't want to find it, don't find it because anyways tan theta into cot theta is going to be 1. So you can ignore that. Just take the numerator. See, this becomes 1, no? After cancellation. So all you get is numerator 600 by 289. That's it. That is your final answer. Perfect. So the question says in the given figure, a tangent has been drawn at point B on the circle centered at O and then we are supposed to find out the central angle. We are supposed to find out the central angle. So angle AOB is equal to what? There are 4 options. Correct? And there is a figure as well. Is angle AOB 110, 120, 130, 100? Okay. Tangent is there. Can you see the tangent? Yes. Here is the tangent at point B. That is point B is the point of contact. Now if I focus on triangle AOB, we know that angle OBC is the exterior angle subtended by the chord AB at the circumference, right? Angle OBC, this is the exterior angle, right? So now can I say that angle AOB will be equal to 2 times 180 minus 130. That is going to give me 180 minus 130 is 50 and 2 multiplied by 50 is 100, right? So the measure of this angle is 100 degrees. Clear? Angle ABC is how much? Angle ABC is 110 degrees. That was already given to us. Right? And then, now this is angle AOB. So this angle AOB will be equal to 2 times of 180 minus 130, and that gives me 100 degrees, right? Okay, let's have a look at a new question. It says, for what value of k, the quadratic equation x square minus kx plus 49 is equal to 0 has equal roots. So what is the condition for equal roots? The condition for equal roots is b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. So whenever the roots are real and equal, the discriminant should be equal to 0. Correct? So we have 4 options here. Now, the quadratic equation is already given to us, x square minus kx plus 49 is equal to 0, and it has equal roots. So we can say that b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. But what is ABC? From here can I say the value of A is 1, the value of B is minus k, and the value of C is 49. So we can say b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, that is minus of k square, b is minus k, minus of k square minus 4 into A is what? A is 1, C is what? C is 49 is equal to 0. This becomes k square minus 196 is equal to 0, minus 196 goes on the other side, k square is equal to 196. Taking square root on both the sides, we get k is equal to under root 196, and that is going to give you 14. See, ideally, k can be positive 14, k can be negative 14 also. You'll have two answers over here. K is equal to positive 14, k is equal to negative 14. Correct? But remember, in the options, we have only positive 14, so we have to choose one. If they don't give you the options and if they ask you such type of questions for 2 marks, you can take both the values of k. Please make a note of this. The value of k can be positive also. The value of k can be negative also. Okay. Let's have a look at a new question. It says, find the value of x. Correct? Find the value of x from the following observations if these are already arranged in ascending order. Okay, interesting. This is already ascending. The order is already ascending. And with the help of ascending order, we find out the median. And median is nothing but the middle value, right? That is the middlemost value. Middle value. But if you see very carefully, the median is already 65 given. Median is already 65 given. How many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Okay. Now, number of observations are odd. We know that when n is odd, the median is n plus 1 by 2 term. This term is the median. So directly I can say that n plus 1 by 2, understand, how did we get to this? N is what? 9. So can I say 9 plus 1 by 2? 10 by 2. 10 by 2 is 5. So can I say fifth term? This fifth term is the median. So fifth term is x plus 2. X plus 2 is 65. Plus 2 goes on the other side, x will be equal to 65 minus 2, that is 63. Correct? So 63 is the answer. If the number of terms are even, then n by 2 plus n plus 1 the whole by 2, the whole divided by 2. That is the average of the nth term and the n plus 1th term is the median. Please make a note of this. Such type of questions can be asked. And if you see, this concept is not directly from 10th grade. This is slightly belonging to your 9th grade statistics. So we should be able to recollect or recover the 9th grade concepts also, right? Okay, here we have a new question. In figure, AB and AC are tangents to a circle with center O. That means there is a circle with center O. There are two tangents, AB and AC, at points B and C respectively. at points B and C. Then angle BOC is equal to what? This entire angle BOC is how much? That is the question. What is given? BAO. This is 23 degrees. We are supposed to find out the measure of angle BOC. Now this is very simple. Firstly, what we can do is, we can prove the two triangles congruent. Can we do that? Yes, we can do that. There are multiple ways of doing it. One of the ways I'll show it directly over here. AB is equal to AC. Length of the tangent segments drawn from an external point are equal. Then in the middle we have the common side, correct? And if you want, you can take this as 90, you can take this as 90, or else you can also take the radius. If you take the radius, that will be side test of congruency. If you take 90 degrees each, that will be RHS, right angle hypotenuse side, correct? Now understand. Now two triangles are congruent, so can I say if the upper angle is 23 degrees, the lower angle over here is also 23 degrees, and this entire angle will be 46 degrees. Once we get this angle as 46, this is 90, this is 90, can I find out this BOC? Yes, 90 plus 90, 180. 180 plus 46 is 226. Then 360 minus 226 will give you the final answer, that is 134. So 134 is there in the options. We can have it over here and just have a look at the proof now. So yes, by hypotenuse side, we can say that two triangles are congruent, and then see, this is congruent, right? That is 23, so the lower angle will also be 23. 46, once you get this angle as 46, once you get that angle as 46, sum of all angles of the quadrilateral is 360. So B and C you have to put 90, 90, and then BAC is 46. Just keep solving. Shift it, 134. Easy. This is 134. So I hope this question is clear to all of you. We are done with question number 10. Still 10 more questions are left from section A. So let's begin with the 11th question. So it says find the discriminant. Very easy. So if you see in quadratic equation, two questions they have asked in the board exam, sample paper basically. That is discriminant. So how do we find out the discriminant? This is very simple. I don't think I have to tell you this because we have already solved one question based on discriminant before. The value of the discriminant is given by b square minus 4ac. Have a look at this. So firstly, what is a? A is the coefficient of x square, that is 1, b is minus 3 and c is minus 10. So b square minus 4ac is nothing but b square minus 3 the whole square minus 4 into a into c. 4 into 1 into minus 10. So that gives me minus 3 square is 9, minus minus is plus 40, 9 plus 40 is 49. So D will be equal to 49, right? Value of D is 49. Easy. So option C is the correct option. Let's have a look at the 12th question. It says if theta is equal to 60 degrees, then the value of sin theta plus 5 cot theta is what? There are 4 options here. So theta is 60 degrees given, sin theta plus 5 cot theta, right? Put theta as 60. So that gives you sin 60 plus 5 cot 60. Sin 60 is root 3 by 2. Tan 60 is root 3. Tan 60 is root 3. So cot 60 will be 1 by root 3. So this becomes root 3 by 2 plus 5 by root 3. Correct? How did you get to this step? In case if there is confusion, I'll just explain it in small steps. That is 5 by root 3. Root 3 into root 3 is 3 plus 2 into 5 is 10, and in the denominator you have 2 root 3. 10 plus 3 is 13, so you have 13 by 2 root 3, right? That's it, that is your final answer. Easy? Okay, so 13 by 2 root 3. Now again, if you see the options very carefully, there is no option 13 by 2 root 3. Always remember children, there is a general practice of rationalizing the denominator whenever we have an irrational number in the denominator. So all you need to do is multiply by root 3, divide by root 3. And that is going to give you 13 root 3 by 6. So this is your final answer. Easy. Perfect. Let's continue. The surface area of a sphere is 2464 centimeter square. Find its radius. Very simple question. See, in this question, surface area of the sphere is given to us. Now, once we know the surface area, we can easily find out the radius, but we need to know the formula for the surface area as well. So, surface area of sphere is given by 4 pi r square, right? Okay, let's continue. And it is given as 2464. So, 4 pi r square is equal to 2464. 4 pi r square. So 4 into 22 by 7 into r square is equal to 2464. Now what happens is you divide by 4, multiply by 7, divide by 22, solve this further. You get r square is equal to 196 after the calculation for this part. Once you take the square root on both the sides, you get the value of r as 14. So the value of r is 14 centimeter. Easy. Simple. So option B is the correct option. Right? So let's have a look at a new question now based on probability, one of the easiest chapters. Children, please make sure that you don't miss out the questions based on probability because they involve minimal solving and pure logic and very simple. So the question says in a bag of 25 balls, out of 25 balls, 8 are blue, 9 are green, and the rest are white. One ball is drawn at random. What is the probability that the ball drawn is white in color? So there are 4 options, correct? Total balls are 25. Total balls are 25. 8 are blue, 9 are green, right? 8 are blue, 9 are green. So 8 plus 9 is 17. So can I find out the number of white balls? Can I say the number of white balls are going to be 25 minus 17 and that is going to give me 8. So there are 8 white balls. So in a bag containing 25 balls, that is the total number of balls are 25. So n of s is 25. Then let A be an event of getting white balls. Number of white balls are going to be 25 minus 8 blue minus 9 green, that is 8. So I can say that the probability of the event A is 8 by 25. Easy. Because what is the formula for probability? Number of possible outcomes by total number of outcomes. Number of possible outcomes with respect to white color are 8. Total number of outcomes are 25. So 8 by 25 is the final answer. Now the question says the point on the y-axis nearest to the point minus 3 comma minus 8. Interesting question. Such type of questions you will rarely find in the textbook also. So the question says the point on the y-axis nearest to the point minus 3 comma minus 8 is what? Now we know that on the y-axis x is 0, right? We're talking about the y-axis, right? On the y-axis x is 0. See, how do you analyze this figure? Because you have to visualize that there is a point minus 3, right? Comma minus 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the point is over here. Minus 3 comma minus 8. The point is over here. Correct? Now from this point, which is the nearest point, always remember the nearest point is the perpendicular. The perpendicular distance is the shortest distance, right? Perpendicular distance is the shortest distance. So this point will be what? On the y-axis x is 0, and this is minus 8. So 0 comma minus 8, right? That's it. 0 comma minus 8 is the final answer. And then also, see, if they ask you nearest point from x-axis, then also it is going to be this. That is the perpendicular. Perpendicular is the shortest distance. Please make a note of this somewhere, right? So which option is correct, by the way? Option C, right? Alright, so we are done with 15 questions. Let's move on to the 16th question. It says the mean and median of a statistical data are 12 and 15 respectively. Then what is the mode of the data? Okay. So we need to know the relation, right? What is the relation? Relation between what? Relation between mean, median and mode. We have a formula that gives us the relation between mean, median and mode, and we know that mode is given by 3 times mean minus 2 times 3 times median minus 2 times mean. Children, write this formula somewhere because you might have questions based on this, and if you forget this, it might become difficult. So mode is 3 times median minus 2 times mean, correct? Do we have median? Yes, we have median. Do we have mean? Yes, we have mean. Can we put the values? Yes, we can put the values. Let us do it. So 3 multiplied by 15 minus 2 multiplied by 12. 3 into 15, 45. 2 into 12, 24. 45 minus 24, 21. 21 is the final answer. Easy. I hope this is clear to all of you. Let's move on to the 17th question. It says a point on the x-axis. A point on x-axis. As soon as they give you like this, point on x-axis, you should be able to write it down that it is of the form x comma 0. That is y is 0. Y is 0 because the point lies on the x-axis. Divides the line segment joining the points a5 comma minus 4 and b3 comma 8 in the ratio 1:2. Then what is the point? The point is what? Is the question. Easy, no? Now see what is given. It is given that px comma y be the required point. Now what are we going to do? We are going to use the section formula for internal division. How do we use that? Please understand, children. I'll give you the formula. X is equal to mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, and y is equal to my2 plus ny1 by m plus n, right? So x is equal to mx2. What is m? M is 1. What is x2? x2 is 3. So 1 into 3 plus. Now nx1. N is 2. x1 is 5. So 2 into 5 by m plus n, that is 1 plus 2. So you solve this further, you get 13 by 3. Same is with this my2. my2, that is 1 into 8 plus ny1. ny1, that is 2 into minus 4 by 2 plus 1. That gives you 8 minus 8 by 3, that is 0. So 13 by 3 comma 0 is the final answer. So option A is the correct option. Clear, easy, simple. I hope this is clear to all of you. Let's have a look at a new question. Now it says in the question number 19 and 20, a statement of assertion is followed by a statement of reason. Okay, so we are dealing with assertion and reason question now in this particular part in question number 19 and 20. Please make a note that there will be 4 options given to you. You have to choose the correct option from the 4 options, right? So 4 options are fixed for both question number 19 and question number 20. What are those 4 options? The first option is both assertion and reason are true, and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. That is option A. What is option B? Both assertion and reason are true, and reason is not the correct explanation of assertion A. Third is assertion is true, reason is false. Fourth is assertion is false, reason is true. Okay. Let us see the assertion now. It says HCF of 2 numbers is 5 and their product is 150. HCF is how much? 5. Product means multiplication. A into B is how much? 150. Then the LCM is 40. Okay, let us check if this is true. What is the formula that we know? We know that HCF into LCM is equal to A into B. HCF into LCM is A into B. So here can I say HCF is 5 into LCM is equal to A into B is 150. So LCM will be equal to 150 divided by 5, that is equal to 30, right? I hope this is clear. But they have given the LCM as 40. So can I say this is false? This is false. What is the reason given? that HCF into LCM is A into B. That is exactly what we used here. That means this is correct. The reason is correct. That means the reason is true. But this is false because we are not getting 40, we should be getting 30. So if I go back, I can see that the assertion is false and the reason is true. Let me see the options now. So where is this part? Can I say option D? Assertion is false, reason is true. So option D is the correct option. Clear? Perfect. Let's have a look at a new question now. It says if the outer and inner diameter of a circular path is 10 meter and 6 meter respectively, then the area of the path is 16 pi meter square. And the question says if R and R be the radius of the outer and inner circular path respectively, then the area of the circular path is pi capital R square minus small r square. Okay, see how does the figure look like? The figure looks like this. Correct. After that, we have two diameters, right? The first diameter over here is 10 meters. So the radius is 5 meters. For the second one, the diameter is 6 meters. So the radius is 3 meters. So capital R is 5 meters. Small r is 3 meters. Correct? So capital R and small r are the radius of the outer and the inner circular path respectively. Area of the circular path. Now can I say area of the circular path will be area of the outer circle. Area of path will be what? Area of outer circle minus area of inner circle. What is the area of outer circle? Can I say it is pi r square because area of the circle is pi r square, but capital R square because capital R is the radius of the outer circle minus pi small r square. Can I take pi common? This becomes r square minus r square. See, this tells me that option B is definitely, option B as in the reason, not option B. The reason is definitely true. That is exactly what we get. But now we need to check whether this is correct or not because I need to put the values now. What is capital R? Capital R is 5. So that gives me pi into capital R, that is 5 square, minus small r is 3. So 3 square. 5 square is 25. 3 square is 9. 25 minus 9 is 16. So I get 16 pi. And once I get 16 pi centimeter square, meter square, okay. Let's have this as meter square as per the question. So this is also correct. So I can say that the assertion is true and the reason is also true. So for 20th question, I can say that both assertion and reason are true, yes. And also the reason is the correct explanation because exactly that formula we have used to find out the area of the circular ring. So yes. So I hope you have also understood how to solve problems based on assertion and reasoning. Please make a note, children. I've gone slowly here, but at the same time, you have to make sure that you solve the first 20 questions very quickly because there is a game. First 20 questions, 20 marks. You wrap it up fast so that the difficulty level keeps on increasing later. Now we're going to move on with the 2-mark questions, right? So let's begin with a 2-marker. That is your section B. Children, please make a note. This section is very important. I'll tell you why. Because there are 5 questions of 2 marks and these questions are going to be very, very easy. Hardly 3-4 steps and you'll get the answer. So we don't have to miss this. We don't have to miss section A, which is consisting of 20 marks. We don't have to miss section B, which consists of 10 marks here. So it says write whether the rational number 57 by 1500 will have a terminating decimal expansion or a non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. This is the question. So the rational number is already given and if I cancel this, that is divide by 3, I get 19. If I divide by 3, I get 500. I get 19 by 500 and once I get 19 by 500, I look at the denominator here. Correct? So this is the decimal expansion, but let's try to understand. What is the denominator? The denominator is 500, right? We have to give our narrative without actually dividing. Okay, they have told us to write down the expansion, but how will you present this answer? You will present it like this. See, this is 500. You will write down denominator is equal to 500. Can I write down 500 as 100 into 5? Can I write down 100 as 10 into 10 into 5? Can I write down 10 as 5 into 2 into 5 into 2 into 5? I hope this is clear. Now once you get this, can I write this as 5 into 5 into 5, 5 cube? So 500 is 5 cube multiplied by 2 comes 2 times, 2 square. 5 cube into 2 square. Now can I say the denominator has only 2 factors, 5 and 2, because only 5 and 2 is there. And we have studied this in your grade 9 as well, that if the denominator is of the form 5 raised to m into 2 raised to n, then it will always have a terminating decimal expansion. That means stopping. It is not recurring, it is not repeating. So here we will say that the decimal expansion is a terminating decimal expansion. This is terminating. When do we have terminating? We have terminating when the denominator has only 2 factors, 5 and 2, and no other factor apart from 5 and 2. If you get something like this, 19 by say 30, example. So this is 5 into 2 into 3. As soon as you get this 3, apart from 5 and 2, this is non-terminating. I hope this is clear. Perfect. Let's have a look at a new question now. It says, what is the HCF and LCM of these two numbers? HCF and LCM. Now this is very simple, isn't it? So we have 3 raised to 3 multiplied by 5 and 3 raised to 2 multiplied by 5 raised to 2. So what will be the HCF? HCF will be the common factors. So you will have 3 into 3 into 5. 3 3s are 9, 9 5s are 45. What will be the LCM? LCM will be, okay, how do we get the LCM? We get the LCM with common factors with highest power. Common factors with highest power. So 3 raised to 3, highest power. 5 and 5 raised to 2. 5 is 5 raised to 1. So 5 raised to 1, 5 raised to 2. 5 raised to 2 is the highest power. So here we get 3 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 2. That is 675. So the LCM is 675 and the HCF is 45. Also, this is a long process. Directly find the HCF. How? Common factors with least power. Common factors, least power. 3 raised to 3, 3 raised to 2. Write down 3 raised to 2. 5 raised to 2, 5 raised to 1. Write down 5 raised to 1. 3 raised to 2 is 9. 5 raised to 1 is 5. 9 5s are 45. 45 is the answer. Easy. And then, okay, find out the HCF and LCM product. Although they have not asked you that, even if they ask you further, what is the product of the HCF and LCM, you can definitely go ahead and find out the product of the HCF and LCM. Perfect. This is very easy now. A question based on probability. As I told you before also, this is one of those chapters we don't have to miss. The question says, one card is drawn from a well shuffled deck of 52 cards. So from 52 cards, one card is drawn. Find the probability of getting a queen of club. Find the probability of getting a queen of club. Okay. So club, there are 13 cards in a club. Total cards 52. Obviously, that is one of the suit, right? There are 4 suits. 4 suits are spade, heart, diamond, club. So one of the suit is club. From that club 13 cards, how many queens are there? There is only one queen of club, right? So you know the answer. So n of s is 52. E is the event of getting a queen of club. N of E is 1 because there is only one queen of club, and then the probability will be N of E by N of S, and that is going to give you 1 by 52. So 1 by 52 is the final. Okay, let's have a look at a new question now. It says a bag contains 6 red balls and 9 black balls. A ball is drawn at random from the bag. What is the probability that the ball drawn is red, not red? These questions can be done orally, right? So again, you need to see how many total balls are there. So there are 6 red balls and 9 black balls. So firstly, we can find out the total number of balls. What are the total number of balls? 9 plus 6, that is going to give you 15. Correct? So N of S is going to be 15. After that, what is the probability that the ball drawn is red and second is not red? If the ball drawn is red, how many red balls are there? There are 6 red balls. So can I say the probability of event A, where A is an event of getting a red ball, is going to be 6 by 15, and 6 by 15 is nothing but how much? You can solve that further to get the final answer as 2 by 5, right? So 2 by 5 is the final answer. Perfect. Let's continue further. Now what do we need? We need non-red ball. See, not red means what? The meaning of not red is black. So how many black balls are there? There are 9 black balls. So what is the probability of getting 9 black balls? 9 by 15. 9 by 15 is 3 by 5. Easy. Let's have a look at a new question now based on trigonometry. So it says if angle P and angle R are acute angles such that sin P is equal to sin R, then show that angle P is equal to angle R. Angle P is equal to angle R. Correct? So in triangle PQR, sin P is what? Sin P is QR by PR. Sin P is QR by PR. What will be sin R? Sin R will be PQ by PR. See, what we have done is, we have taken sin P, that is opposite by hypotenuse. We have taken sin R, that is opposite by hypotenuse. We have written it over here, but it is already given that sin P is equal to sin R. So if the left hand sides are equal, can I say the right hand sides are also equal? Now the right hand sides are equal, so I get QR by PR is equal to PQ by PR. PR is going to get cancelled further. You are going to get QR is equal to PQ. Now once you get QR is equal to PQ, can I say that this triangle is an isosceles right angle triangle? And once you get this triangle as an isosceles right angle triangle, can I say the base angles are equal? Yes, that means angle P is equal to angle R. Correct? That's it. I hope this question is clear to all of you. Also, they can modify the question. How do they modify? You can also see your NCERT. In NCERT, they have given cos here. Cos A is equal to cos B. The logic remains same. So we don't have to worry whether they change it to sin or they change it to tan. The procedure is going to remain the same, right? Okay. Now the question says find the points on the y-axis. Find the point or points. It can be multiple points as well. Find the point or points on the y-axis which is at a distance of root 29 units from the point 5, 3. The distance is given of a point. There is a point that is 5, 3. The distance is under root 29, right, from a point on the y-axis. So there is a point over here. This point lies on the y-axis. So if the point lies on the y-axis, can I say the point is of the form 0, y? So 0, y is the point. This is 5, 3. The distance is under root 23. Can I apply distance formula? Yes, I can do that. The distance formula is given by under root x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. x1, y1, x2, y2 we already have. See here. This is x1, y1, right? This is x2, y2. So 0 minus 5 the whole square plus y minus 3 the whole square under root of that. That gives me minus 5 square is 25 y minus 3 the whole square is equal to under root 29. Taking square on both the sides, you get 25 plus y minus 3 the whole square is equal to 29. 25 goes to the other side, I get y minus 3 the whole square is equal to 4. Just solve this further, you know how to solve this. Either you expand this or solve it in the other way around, that is your choice. Okay, let's expand as per the given solution. So this is y square minus 6y plus 9 is equal to 29. 25 plus 9 is 34. And then you solve this. Right, this is 29, 34. 34 minus 29 is 5. Why 34? 25 plus 9 is 34. 34 minus 29 is plus 5. This is minus y into 6 and this is y square. Now you split the middle term. Minus 5y minus 1y. Do it. Okay, and then you can solve this quadratic equation as you know to get the value of y as 5, 1. So basically we have 2 points. Understand, the point is on the y-axis. So we have 0, y. 0, y will be given as 0, 5 or 0, 1. So both the answers are the correct answers. You have to write down both the answers here. It's not that you just keep 0, 5 or 0, 1 because a single point can be equidistant from multiple points, right? Perfect. So this is the final answer. So let us have a look at the last question of section B that carries 2 marks again. The length of the diagonals of a rhombus. So rhombus is given. What is the meaning of a rhombus? Rhombus is a quadrilateral having all the 4 sides of equal length. The length of the diagonals is given 24 centimeter and 10 centimeter respectively. Find each side. Now see, whenever a rhombus is given and the length of the diagonals are given, one of the diagonals is 24 centimeter, the other diagonal is 10 centimeter. Half of 24 is going to give me 12. Half of 10 is going to give me 5, isn't it? Because diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other, right, at right angle. So right angle is also here. Now this is very simple. All I need to do is apply Pythagoras theorem. You know Pythagorean triplets here, 5, 12 and 13. So here I can say that 5 square is 25, 12 square is 144, 25 plus 144 is 169 and under root of 169 is going to give me 13. Okay, so here we can say that diagonals of the rhombus bisect each other. So AO is equal to half of 24, that is equal to 12 centimeter, and then BO is equal to half of 10, which is 5 centimeters, and then we have AB square, right? AB square is equal to AO square plus BO square. So AB square is equal to AO square. 12 square plus BO square is 5 square. 12 square is 144. Okay, you can do this. So I'm not putting much time into this, and that is 169. Under root of 169 is going to give you 13. So directly you can mention that the length of each side of the rhombus is 13 centimeters. Because see, once you get one side, we know that all the sides of the rhombus are equal. So you don't have to find out or apply Pythagoras theorem 4 times there, right? Okay, so we are done with section A, we are done with section B. Now we are moving to section C. And in section C, again I consider this section as very important section because if you see, the weightage is very high. Why weightage is high? Because if you see, there are 6 questions. 6 questions is a lot, right? Because each question is carrying 3 marks. Directly this section is going to contain 18 marks and the question level is going to be moderate. So even if you are thorough with your entire NCERT and you have not done anything extra on that, I am very sure that you will be able to crack all the 6 questions here. The question says, determine the altitude, length of the altitude, length of the altitude. Same thing, length of an altitude of an equilateral triangle of side 2a centimeter. So see this. So have a look at this. So here we have an equilateral triangle and the length is 2a. So this is 2a, this is 2a, and this is again 2a, correct? So in triangle PSR and triangle PSQ, firstly, what we can do, we can try to prove the two triangles congruent, right? Not only that, if you see, what are we supposed to find out? We are supposed to find out the altitude. So what is the altitude over here? Can I say PS is the altitude? PS. So we are supposed to find out the length of PS. Now this is very simple. There are multiple ways of doing this. Firstly, what you can do is you can prove the two triangles congruent. See, how will I do that? Angle PSR, angle PSQ, each 90 degrees. PS is equal to PS, this is the common side. And obviously these two sides are equal because the length of each side is 2a. Now here I can say that the two triangles are congruent by RHS, that is right angle hypotenuse side test. Now since the two triangles are congruent by right angle hypotenuse side test, here we can say that both the triangles are congruent. So now can I say QS will be equal to SR. QS and SR are equal. So this is A, this is A. Correct? Now once you get this A, this is 2A, this is A, can I find out the length of the altitude with the help of Pythagoras theorem? I can do that. So let's apply Pythagoras theorem to find out the length of the altitude. Correct? We can take either of the triangle. You can take this, you can take this. They have taken the right side triangle, which is okay, no problem at all. 2A, here we have A. Solve this further. PR square is equal to PS square plus SR square. So PR square, that is 2A the whole square is equal to PS square plus A square. 2A the whole square is 4A square is equal to PS square plus A square. So PS square will be equal to 2A square. That is 4A square minus A square, that is 3A square, taking square root on both the sides, and that gives you under root 3 into A. So here we can say that the length of the altitude is under root 3 times A. I hope this is clear to all of you. How do you find out the length of the altitude here? Easy. Okay, so let's have a look at a new question. Now it says in the figure is given to you. Don't get scared looking at the figure. They look complex, but generally they are easy. So let's have a look at the question. It says ABC and DBC. ABC, DBC. There are two triangles on the same base. The base is same. For the upper triangle, for the lower triangle, the base is same. If AD intersects EC at O, prove that area of triangle ABC by area of triangle DBC is equal to AP by DM. Area of triangle ABC by area of triangle DBC is AP by DM. This is what we are supposed to prove. Now what is given? We are given with the two triangles. Firstly, the two perpendiculars are not given. Look at the figure. Initially the figure is like this. The figure is like this, and this is joined, and this is the figure. And now what we are doing is we are going to construct the heights. Obviously we need to construct the heights because when we talk about the area of a triangle, area of the triangle is given by half into base into height, right? So to have half into base into height, I need to construct AP and I need to construct DM. So let's assume that we have already constructed it. Now understand. Now what will be area of triangle ABC by area of triangle DBC? Area of triangle is given by half into base into height. So half into base is BC, into height is AP. For the lower triangle, that is the triangle below, the base remains the same. So half into BC into height is DM. So we'll write down DM there. Now can I say half BC will get cancelled. Once I cancel this, I get area of triangle ABC by area of triangle DBC is equal to AP by DM. And that is exactly what we are supposed to prove. Right? Area of triangle ABC by area of triangle DBC is AP by DM. There is nothing in this literally. All we needed to do is just find out the heights respectively and then take the ratio of their areas. The base is common, so definitely the base is going to get cancelled. Okay, after this, I'll modify the question for you. They can also ask you, prove that area of triangle ABC by area of triangle DBC is equal to AO by DO. They can ask you like this. If they ask you AO by DO, then also you don't have to worry because here you have two triangles. You can prove the two triangles similar. Angle P is equal to angle F 90 degrees. Angle O is equal to angle O. Vertically opposite angles. So the two triangles are similar by angle-angle test of similarity. And once the two triangles are similar by angle-angle test of similarity, I can say that AP by DM is equal to AO by DO. That's it. So use this similarity concept, prove the two triangles similar, and substitute AP by DM as AO by DO respectively. That's it. Perfect. So as you can see over here, correct, AO by DO. And that is exactly what we were supposed to prove, right? So they can ask you this as well. Now let's move on to the next question of section C. Again 3 marks. It says the larger of two supplementary angles. The larger of two supplementary angles exceeds the smaller by 24 degrees. Exceeds the smaller by 24 degrees. Find the measures of both angles. We are supposed to find out the measure of both the angles. So we have two supplementary angles, right? So let the two supplementary angles be x and y. Now what is the meaning of supplementary angles? Supplementary angles means if the sum of the two angles is 180 degrees, it is called as supplementary angles. So can I say x plus y is 180? Yes. So can I say y will be equal to 180 minus x? Easy. Now what is given? It is given that find the measures of both angles. The larger of the two supplementary angles exceeds the smaller by 24 degrees. Larger exceeds the smaller by 24 degrees. So can I say if I consider x greater than y, we have to define that. One of the angles is larger. One is larger, other is smaller. So we can say x minus y will be 24. So from here, x minus y is 24 and x plus y is 180. Can I solve these two equations simultaneously? Yes. Now all I need to do is substitute the value of y as 180 minus x over here. So what do I get? I get x minus y, that is 180 minus x is equal to 24. So that gives me x minus 180 minus minus plus x. So x plus x is 2x. So 2x minus 180 is equal to 24. Take minus 180 on the other side. I get 2x is equal to 180 plus 24, that is 204. So x will be equal to 204 by 2 and that is nothing but x is equal to 102. So once x is 102, I get y is equal to 180 minus x. What is the value of x? Value of x is 102. So I get y is equal to 180 minus 102 and 180 minus 102 is nothing but 78. So I got the measures of two angles, that is 102 and 78. If you want to cross check your answer, all you need to do is check whether the two angles are supplementary or not. That means add both of them. 102 plus 78, that is going to give me 180, and 102 minus 78 gives me 24, right? That means our answer is correct. The difference is 24 and the sum is 180. So this question was based on pair of linear equations in two variables where we framed the two equations and then got the final answer. Let's have a look at a new question now. It says sum of a number and its reciprocal is 26 by 5. So obviously we don't know the number here. We can take the number as x and the reciprocal will be 1 by x, and then we are supposed to find out the number where the sum of these two is given as 26 by 5. So let the number be x. So according to the question, x plus 1 by x is 26 by 5. You'll get a quadratic here because x and x is going to get multiplied. You get x square plus 1 by x is equal to 26 by 5. 5 goes on the other side, x goes on the other side. You get 5 into x square plus 1, right? 5 into x square plus 1 is 5x square plus 5 is equal to 26 into x is 26x. 26x comes on the left hand side. You get 5x square minus 26x plus 25 is equal to 0. Correct? And then once you have this, you can solve the quadratic equation. See, 5 into 25 is 125. The middle term is minus 26. Correct? So 25 5s are 125, middle term is minus 26. So you can solve this further by splitting the middle term, and then further you get 5x square minus 25x minus x plus 25 is equal to 0. So from here you can take 5x common, from here you can take minus 1 common, x minus 5 is the common bracket, you get x minus 5 into 5x minus 1 is equal to 0. So the value of x that you will get is 5, or the value of x that you will get is 1 by 5, right? So once you get the value of x as 5, once you get the value of x as 1 by 5, you got the two numbers. The first number is 5, the reciprocal is 1 by 5, right? If the number is 5, the reciprocal is 1 by 5. Or if the number is 1 by 5, the reciprocal is 5, same thing. Correct? Perfect. Let's continue further. Here we have a new question. This is an interesting question. It says simplify sine raised to 6 theta plus cos raised to 6 theta by 1 minus 3 sine square theta cos square theta. Sine raised to 6 theta plus cos raised to 6 theta by 1 minus 3 sine square theta cos square theta. Now, sine raised to 6 theta. Firstly, can I write this as sine square theta the whole cube plus cos square theta the whole cube. I hope this is clear. And then I can solve this to get a cube plus b cube. A cube plus b cube. So what is a cube plus b cube? Can I write down a cube plus b cube as, understand this, a plus b the whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. Please note that our a is nothing but sine square theta. Our b is nothing but cos square theta. So let us solve this further. Now we have sine square theta the whole cube plus cos square theta the whole cube by 1 minus 3 sine square theta cos square theta. This is your a, this is your b. You can use the formula that gives you sine square theta plus cos square theta minus 3 sine square theta cos square theta into sine square theta plus cos square theta. So sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. And this is also 1. So further I get 1 cube minus 3 sine square theta cos square theta into 1 by 1 minus 3 sine square theta cos square theta. 1 cube is 1 minus 3 sine square theta cos square theta by 1 minus 3 sine square theta cos square theta. Both of them are same. You get the final answer as 1. Simple. So what is the answer to this? The answer to this is 1. Please make a note of this formula in case if you have forgotten. Here we get a cube plus b cube is nothing but a plus b the whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. Fine. Perfect. Let's have a look at a new question now. This is based on mensuration. So a paint roller, there is a paint roller, is a paint application tool used for painting large flat surfaces rapidly and efficiently. One such roller is shown below, which is 24 centimeter long. Okay. So this is to clean, that is 24 centimeter long with outer diameter 14 centimeter. The diameter is 14 centimeter. Find the maximum area of the surface that will get painted when the roller makes 5 complete rotations vertically. 5 complete rotations. See, whenever it is rotating, can I say we have the curved surface area utilized on the floor. The curved surface area, only the outer part. So here what we will do is we'll find out the curved surface area, and we are rotating it how many times? We are rotating it 5 times. So we are going to multiply curved surface area with 5. So 5 times curved surface area is the answer to this, right? So let's begin with the solution. So here we have the roller. What is given? It is given that the roller is in the shape of a cylinder, right? That's how a roller is. All of you must have seen this at your homes as well. And the height is given. The height is how much? 24 centimeter. This height entirely is 24 centimeter. And the diameter, as we know, we have discussed before, is 14. We can find out the radius. Radius will be how much? Radius will be 14 divided by 2. That is 7 centimeter. Now can I find out the curved surface area? The curved surface area of the cylinder is given by 2 pi RH. That is 2 into 22 by 7 into R is the radius 7 into H. H is 24. You can solve this further. 7 and 7 gets cancelled. You get 2 into 22 into 24. Correct? Solve that further to get 44 into 24, and 44 into 24 is nothing but 1056 square centimeters. So 1056 square centimeters is the curved surface area. But we are rotating it or rolling it. How many times? We are rolling it 5 times. So all I need to do is I need to multiply this by 5 as well. So the area covered after 5 rotations is going to be 5 multiplied by 1056. That is nothing but your 5280 square centimeter. Correct? Let's have a look at a new question now. It says The figure below is a part of a circle. Okay, that means a circle is given. Okay, part of the circle is given. What is the part of the circle? This entire part of the circle is nothing but sector. A sector is given, right? And this part of the circle, that is arc, is also given. Its area is given. How much? 1875 pi by 6 square centimeter. And 10 sectors are identical. These are identical sectors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Identical. What is the meaning of identical? That means all the sectors have same area. They are divided into equal area, right? Find the value of alpha in degrees. Okay, that means we are supposed to find out the value of the central angle, right? Central angle of the sector. Now see here, what is given? It is already given that the radius is 50 centimeter. Radius is 50 centimeter. So once the radius is 50 centimeter, what will be the area of the sector given? Area of the sector given is already 1875 pi by 6 square centimeters. And then formula for the area of sector, as we already know, is theta by 360 multiplied by pi r square. So theta by 360 multiplied by pi r square, and the area of the entire sector will be the same. So can I say this is equal to this? Equate that. Once you solve this further, you get 1875, pi gets cancelled, 6 and 60, so this becomes 60 multiplied by 50 square. You solve this further, 50 square is nothing but 2500, 2500 goes down, 60 goes up, this 0 will get cancelled, and then you solve this further to get theta as 45 degrees. Now understand, this entire theta is 45 degrees. Now what they are saying? They are saying that this is divided into 10 identical parts. 10 parts. Entire is 45. So alpha will be 45 divided by 10. So 45 divided by 10 is 4.5. So we get 4.5 degrees. So alpha is 4.5 degrees. Easy. Now let's have a look at this. The next question says the LCM of two numbers is 24 times their HCF. So what is given? LCM is equal to 24 multiplied by HCF. The sum of LCM and HCF is 750. What is the sum of LCM and HCF? It is 750. That is LCM plus HCF is 750. If one number is 360, find the other number. One number is 360, find the other number. Okay, so let's have a look at this. LCM of two numbers is 14 times their HCF, that is given. So LCM of two numbers is 24 times their HCF, that is LCM is equal to 24 HCF. Sum is given. LCM plus HCF is 750. One number is 360. Now, LCM is already 24 times HCF. Instead of LCM, I am putting 24 HCF. So 24 HCF plus HCF is 750. So 25 HCF is 750. So HCF is 750 divided by 25. That gives me 30. Now I have the HCF as 30. I have the LCM as 24 times HCF. And one number is 360. So can I find out the LCM first? LCM is 720. LCM 720, HCF 30. We know that LCM multiplied by HCF is product of two numbers. LCM multiplied by HCF is product of two numbers. One number is 360. So 360 multiplied by X will be equal to 720 multiplied by 30. 360 you can divide. X will be equal to 720 into 30 divided by 360, 360 ones are, 360 twos are, 32 is 60, 60 is the answer. So the other number is 60. The other number is 60. I hope this is clear. Simple question. So we have two numbers, one number is 60, the other number is 360, and LCM into HCF is product of two numbers. This is a very important concept from your real numbers chapter. Now after completing your section C, let's move on to section D. Section D is going to be a little bit difficult. In section D, also remember, you will be having 4 questions of 5 marks each. So section D has only 4 questions, but the weightage of each question is 5 marks. So make sure that you have ample of time at the end to solve these 4 questions, because it's going to use lot of your analytical skills. You're also going to consume a lot of time in solving these problems. So let us see what type of problems are generally asked here. So this is a problem based on probability. So it says Suresh had white, green and black marbles. He has 3 types of marbles in the ratio 4:5:3. So Suresh has or had white, green, black marbles in the ratio 4:5:3. He gave all his white marbles and some green marbles, all his white and some green marbles to Manan. The ratio of the number of green marbles and black marbles left with Suresh was 7:9. If Suresh gave 20 marbles to Manan, how many of them are green marbles? So there is a lot of complexity in this question. Let's focus on the first part. What is given? Initially what he had. He had 3 types of marbles: white, green and black marbles. They were in the ratio 4:5:3. So white marbles are 4x, green marbles are 5x, and the third color is black marbles. Black marbles are 3x. So here we have taken a common multiple. So we can say that let the common multiple be x. So once we have the common multiple as x, white marbles 4x, green 5x and red 3x, black 3x. Okay, now understand. So here what is given? He gave all his white marbles, all, and some green marbles to Manan. So let us consider that he gave y green marbles to Manan, because he has not given all the marbles to Manan. White he has given all. So 4x he has given to Manan, but not all 5x he has given to Manan. Some part of it, maybe 3x, maybe 2x, maybe 4x, we don't know. So let y green marbles be given to Manan. Now what can we say? We can say that the remaining white marbles are obviously 0. But how many remaining green marbles will be there? Out of 5x marbles, y marbles are given to Manan. So the remaining is 5x minus y. And the remaining black marbles, they are 3x only. He has not given black marbles at all to Manan. Right? So I hope this condition is clear. Now what they are saying, the ratio of the number of green marbles, to that of the black marbles is 7/9. So this by this is 7/9. So can I say 5x minus y by 3x is equal to 7/9, cross multiply 9 into 5x minus y is equal to 7 into 3x. So this gives you 45x minus 9y is equal to 21x, and 45x minus 21x is equal to 9y. So 45x minus 21x is how much? 24x. 24x is equal to 9y. So here I can say that 8x is equal to 3y by dividing on 3 on both the sides. I hope it is clear up to this. We got 8x is equal to 3y. So can I write down y in terms of x? I can do that. So here y will be equal to 8 by 3x, right? Now I have y in terms of x. Now if Suresh gave 20 marbles to Manan, can I say 4x plus y will be equal to 20 now according to the given condition? Have a look at this. 4x plus y, because he gave white marbles and he gave y green marbles, which we have already considered. So 4x plus y is given to Manan, but already we know that y is equal to 8 by 3x. So instead of y, I can substitute 8 by 3x. So 4x plus 8 by 3x is equal to 20. So from here, I get 12x plus 8x by 3 is equal to 20. So 12x plus 8x is equal to 3 into 20, that is 60. I get 20x is equal to 60. So I get x is equal to 60 by 20, and that gives me 3. So the value of x that I get is 3, right? Now once I get the value of x as 3, I can easily put it in the previous equation, or I can find out the green marbles first, that is 5x, which is 5 into 3, that is 15. Okay, that was the question. We just had to find out the green marble, so that is more than enough, right? You can see the question here. How many of them are green marbles? 5x, and we got the value of x, right? Easy. So once we got the value of x as 3, 5x is 5 into 3, that is 15. No need to find out the value of y. No need to find out the value of the other marbles as well. Whatever is asked, that is more than enough here. Perfect. Let's have a look at a new question now. It says A and B are friends. A and B. There are two friends and their ages differ by 2 years. That is, the difference between their ages is 2 years. A's father is twice as old as A, and B is twice as old as his sister C. See, understand. See that and in the middle. A's father D is twice as old as A. Stop there. B is twice as old as his sister C. The age of D and C differ by 40 years. Find the ages of A and B. That is the question. Okay. So, tricky, right? So, A and B are two people. So, let's not get into complicated things. Directly, let's assume that let the age of A be x years and let the age of B be y years. The age of A is x years. The age of B is y years. Now understand. And their ages differ by 2. So can I say x minus y is equal to 2? Right? Simple. A's father D is twice as old as A. So A's father D, his age will be 2x. So D's age will be 2x because A's age is x. So D's age will be 2 times x, that is 2x. And B is twice as old as his sister C. So if I talk about the sister, can I say if brother is twice the old as his sister, sister's age is half of the brother. Brother's age is, right, double of sister. Sister's age is half of brother. So here can I say C's age is y by 2. And the age of D and C differ by 40. That difference is 40. So can I say D's age 2x, C's age y by 2, the difference is 40. Now you can solve this and you get 4x minus y is equal to 40 into 2, that is 80. Now equation 1 and 2 we can solve, but what was equation 1? Equation 1 was over here, that the ages of A and B differ by 2. Let me pick this and we can pick this one. So we have 4x, okay, we can pick this one. So 4x minus y is equal to 80 and x is y plus 2, right? X minus y is 2, so x will be what? Y plus 2. So 4 into y plus 2 minus y is equal to 80. 4 into 2 is 8. So 8 plus y into 4, that is 4y, minus y is equal to 80. 4y minus y is 3y. So 8 plus 3y is equal to 80. So 3y is equal to 80 minus 8, that is 72. Y is equal to 72 divided by 3, that is going to give me 24. So y's age, y is 24 years, sorry. So I can say that C's age is y by 2, that is 12. Not only that, if I put y as 24 here, x will be equal to 24 plus 2, that is 26. X is A's age and the other person's age is y, which is 24. That's it, we got the final answer. The final answer is 26 years and 24 years, because initially only they told us that the difference between both of their ages is 2 years. So A's age is 26, B's age is 24. Correct? I hope this is clear. Let's have a look at a new question now. It says, prove that the angle between the two tangents, drawn from an external point to a circle is supplementary to the angle subtended by the line segment joining the point of contact to the center. Okay, once again, angle between two tangents. So whenever we have a circle, angle between two tangents, there are two tangents TA and TB, this angle between two tangents is supplementary to which angle? To the angle subtended by a line segment joining the point of contact to the center. Correct? So points of contacts is A and B. Line segment joining points and contacts and joining the center. So this angle, or you can take this angle also. So we are supposed to prove that this angle ATB is a double of angle OAB. ATB is a double of angle OAB is what we are supposed to prove, right? Okay, so what do we have here? We have a circle with center O and we have an external point T. From the external point T, can I say there are two tangents drawn? Yes. What are the two tangents drawn? TA and TB. Now what are we supposed to prove? We are supposed to prove that angle ATB is equal to double of angle OAB. Correct? Now see here, it is already given that OA and OB are the radius, and we know that tangent is perpendicular to the radius at the point of contact. So can I say over here, can I say this angle will be 90 degrees, this angle will be 90 degrees because radius is perpendicular to tangent. See here, OAT is 90, OBT is 90, correct? Now if I take the quadrilateral, that is in quadrilateral OATB, I know that sum of all angles of the triangle is 360 degrees. So OAT plus OBT plus AOB plus ATB. Remaining two angles, this angle plus this angle, is going to be 360 degrees. So here I get 90 plus 90 plus ATB plus AOB. Just put the values, you know that. So I get AOB plus ATB is equal to 360 minus 180 and that gives me 180. Now understand. So here the angle between the two tangents drawn from the external point to a circle, right, is supplementary to the angle subtended by the line segment, right? So let's have a look at a new question now. It says a ship was moving towards the shore at a uniform speed. The speed of the boat is given 36 km per hour. Uniform speed. Initially, the ship was 1.3 km away from the foot of the lighthouse. So suppose there is a lighthouse, you can see the figure also, it's very clear. The lighthouse is given and the distance between the ship and the lighthouse is given 1.3 km. What else is given? And the height of the lighthouse is also given 173.2 meters. 173.2 meters is the height of the lighthouse, that is this part. Find the angle of depression. We are supposed to find out the angle of depression x of the top of the lighthouse from the ship after the ship had been moving for 2 minutes. Okay, so initially the ship was here and then there was some angle of depression formed here, correct? After 2 minutes it is moving towards the shore. That means the ship came somewhere over here after 2 minutes. This is the time 2 minutes. It is not the distance, okay? And then again the angle of depression is formed and we are supposed to find out this particular angle x, that is the angle of depression. Clear? So let's have a look at this. Height of the lighthouse is given. The initial horizontal distance is also given 1.3 kilometers. The speed is given, right? What is the speed? The speed is 36 kilometers per hour. This is per hour given. And the time of travel from one point to another That is, it was like this lighthouse, initial angle of depression, right? And then after 2 minutes, this journey is 2 minutes, right? The speed is given. Time of travel, we need to convert that into hours. 2 minutes is 2 by 60 hours, that is 1 by 30 hours. Now, how can I find out the distance? I know that distance is given by speed into time. See, I'm trying to calculate this particular distance. I know the time here. I know the speed here. Speed is how much? 36, right? So what will be the distance? Distance will be speed into time. That is 36 into 1 by 30. That is 1.2 kilometers. So this distance is 1.2 kilometers. Now I know the distance. And then the new horizontal distance will be the initial distance minus the distance traveled. That is 0.1 kilometer. See, entire is 1.3. This is 1.2. So remaining will be 0.1. Obviously, correct. Now it is easy. Now I know this is 0.1. Correct. And this is how much? This is 1.73, right? Or 0.173. Okay, it is 0.1732 kilometer because this is in meters. I need to shift the decimal by 3 places, 0.1732. So now in a right angle triangle, if you see, this part is 0.1, this part is 0.1732, correct? This angle entire is x, so this is also x. So we can use tan theta. Tan is what? Opposite by adjacent, that is 1.732. So tan x is 1.732. 1.732 is approximately root 3, correct? So tan x is root 3. So can I say x will be 60 degrees? Theta will be 60 degrees because tan 60 is root 3. The question looks complicated, but it was easy, right? So initially we found out this distance we found out, we got 1.2, entire was 1.3, so the remaining is 0.1, this is 0.1732, and then we know how to calculate the angle theta. Theta is opposite by adjacent, and we use tan theta there because the ratio is opposite by adjacent. Perfect. Let's continue further. The next question says a toy distributor. So there is a toy distributor were selling toy cars in packing boxes. These boxes contained different number of toy cars. This is given. So this is basically based on statistics where the number of toy cars are given, which is a continuous data 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 till 60 to 70. And the number of boxes are also given, 35, 42, corresponding frequency you can say. So the class interval is given and the frequency is given. We are supposed to find out the mean and median. So this is going to be a lengthy question. We need to find out the mean also, we need to find out the median also. So please make sure that you are using the correct formula to find out the mean and the median. Let's focus on the mean. Now for that we have this entire chart. I need to explain this chart to you. Don't worry, I'll tell you that class interval is given. Frequency is given. Class interval given, frequency given. 2 columns as it is. Class mark. Class mark is what? Mean of the class interval. 10 to 20. So what is the middle value of 10 to 20? The middle value is 15. In between 10 and 20, you have 15. Middle value of 20 to 30 is 25. Middle value of 30 to 40 is 35, 45, 55, 65. In case you want to know how, lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2, 10 plus 20 divided by 2, 15. Class mark we have, frequency we have. Whenever we have the class mark, what you do is first you assume some mean as A. That is called as your assumed mean. Then you find out the value of U or UI. UI is given by what? Xi minus A by H. H is the class size. What is the class size? The class size is 10. The gap is 10, so h is 10. A is what? A is your assumed mean. So here we can modify the formula to get ui is equal to xi minus A is 45 by h. H is the class size, which is 10. Correct? Xi minus 45 by 10. Okay, 15 minus 45 by 10. 15 minus 45 minus 30. Minus 30 by 10 minus 3. 25 minus 45 by 10. Minus 20 by 10 minus 2. 35 minus 45 by 10 minus 1. 45 minus 45 by 10, that is 0. 55 minus 45 by 10. 10 by 10, 1. 65 by 45. 65 minus 45 by 10. 20 by 10, 2. Now you take FIUI, multiply, 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 multiply. 35 into minus 3, minus 105. 42 into minus 2, minus 84. 43 into minus 1, minus 43, and so on. Take the summation of FIUI, add them. Take the summation of FI, add them. You have summation FIUI, you have summation FI, correct? Now what you'll do? You'll use the formula. Mean is A plus summation FIUI into H by summation FI. A is 45. Summation FIUI is minus 175. Summation FI is 200. H is 10. This gets cancelled. You get 20. Solve it further. This gives you minus 8.75. 45 minus 8.75. That is nothing but 36.25. That gives you the value of mean. So as of now we just have the value of mean. We are also going to find out the value of median. Correct? Now to find out the value of median, ignore this part. Entirely ignore it. All you need to do is find out the cumulative frequency first as of now. Ignore as in this is already done before, no? Only this is new. Correct? So how do we get the cumulative frequency? We get it from the column of frequency. The first value is 35. Write down 35. Then 35 plus 42, 77. 77 plus 43, 120. 120 plus 45, 165. 165 plus 13, 178. 178 plus 22, 200. That is your CF. So total frequency, always this value should match with this. Correct? Now what you will do? Now you will find out n by 2. So let's find out n by 2. So what is n by 2? N is 200. N by 2 is 200 by 2. 200 by 2 is 100. Now check for 100 in the CF column. So check for CF greater than 100, slightly greater than 100. That is 120. CF greater than 100 is 120. Check the class. That class is your median class. Once you get the median class, this is your corresponding frequency. Once you get the corresponding frequency, the previous CF is your actual CF for calculation. So this is your actual CF for calculating purpose. See here, L is 30, lower limit 30, CF 77, F 43, H 10. Get the values, put it in the formula. We know that median is given by L plus n by 2 minus CF by F into H. That is 30 plus n by 2. N by 2 is 200 by 2, that is 100, minus CF, which is 77, by F is 43 into 10. So that gives you 30 plus 5.35. You solve this further, and then once you add this, you are going to get 35.35 as the final answer, right? Now let's have a look at a new question from your section D. Find the mean of the following data. We just have to find the mean of the following data. It's a very simple question. But if you see very carefully, it is not that straightforward. Why? Because this is not continuous, no? This is 51 to 60. 61 to 70, it is breaking. 71 to 80, there is a break again. And then so on. So firstly, we need to make this classes continuous. Now see, how did they make the class? This is a continuous class, continuous. This is a normal class that was given. Why continuous? 60.5, 60.5, 70.5, 70.5, 80.5, 80.5. Now understand. Now if you see this very carefully, what was the gap? The gap between 61 and 60 is 1. Now you divide 1 by 2. That is 0.5. You subtract 0.5 here. You add 0.5 here. What do you get? You get 50.5 to 60.5. You subtract 0.5 here, add 0.5 here. You get 60.5 to 70.5. Subtract, add, subtract, add, subtract, add. This is what you get. Now you find out the class mark. How do you find out the class mark? Mid value of this. How will you get the mid value of this? 50.5 plus 60.5 divided by 2. That is 111 divided by 2. That is 55.5. So this is 55.5. Mid value 65.5, 75.5, 85.5, 95.5. The frequency is already given. Find out the total frequency. Then you find out UI. How do you find out UI? That is xi minus a by h. Take this as a. A is 75.5. H is 10. Right? The gap is 10. Don't take this gap. This gap is 9. Answer will go wrong. Take this gap. 10. So 55.5 minus 75.5 minus 20 by 10 minus 10. Minus 10 by 10 minus 1. 0 by 10 0. 10 by 10 1. 20 by 10 2. Now take f into u. F into u. 22 into minus 2 minus 44. 14 into minus 1 minus 14. 18 into 0 18. 15 1 is 15. 11 2 is 22. Take the summation of f. Take the summation of f into u. Use the formula for mean using the step deviation method. So mean is a plus summation fi ui by summation fi into h. That is 75.5. See, a is assumed mean 75.5 plus summation fi ui is minus 21. Summation fi is 80 into 10. This gets cancelled. You get minus 21 by 8. That is 75.5 minus 2.625. Once you subtract this, you are going to get 72.875 as the mean. The value of the mean is 72.875. Clear? Okay, now comes an interesting session. So in this section, we are going to talk about the case study questions. So how many case study questions are going to be there? There are going to be 3 case study questions, and each question is going to carry 4 marks. That means section E will carry your 12 marks. This is a very important section because it needs good reading and understanding skills. So these questions are going to be very big and lengthy. Let's try to understand the question. You should also be able to identify the chapter for these particular questions. The question says, Kiran wants to participate in a 500-meter race. It's a 500-meter race. He can currently run that distance in 58 seconds. So he can cover this distance in 58 seconds. And with each day of practice, it takes him 3 seconds less. After every day, it takes him 3 seconds less. He wants to do in 22 seconds. That means he wants to cover this distance in 22 seconds. Basically what they're trying to say is the distance is constant, which is 500. He's practicing. Initially it takes him 58 seconds. Maybe on the next day it is taking him less. He keeps on going, and then his target is to achieve the same distance in 22 seconds. The first question says, write the AP which represents the above situation. Second says, and yes, if you see, it takes him 3 seconds less also. That means in the second day, he's taking 55 seconds and 52 seconds and so on. Express the expression from the nth term of the AP. Then find the minimum number of days. This is a good question. Minimum number of days. How many days will he require to practice to achieve the goal? The goal is to achieve the same distance in 22 seconds. And then the question follow-up says, if he's wanting to do the same in 10 seconds, how many minimum days will he need? That means how many days will he take? Okay. Now let us represent the situation in the form of AP. So firstly, he's starting with 58 seconds. Then it takes him 3 seconds less. Less means minus, right? So can I say A is 58 and with each day of practice it takes him 3 seconds less. So D is negative 3. So the AP will be 58. 58 minus 3, 55. 55 minus 3 is 52 and so on. This is more than enough. So the AP will be 58, 55, 52, 49 and so on. I hope this is clear. AP is created. Now, what is the second question? Find the expression for the nth term. Nth term, as we know, is given by an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. We know a, we know d, we know the nth term. That is a plus n minus 1 into d. Put a, put d, get the nth term. This is not difficult. 58 plus n minus 1 into minus 3. That is 58 minus 3n plus 3. And then we have 61 minus 3n as we have just seen, right? Okay. We got the nth term. Now, find the minimum number of days he needs to practice to achieve the goal. Now understand this. A is given 58. D is given minus 3. And he wants to achieve the goal. That is, he wants to take it to 22 seconds. So can I say let the nth term be 22? Because that's the goal. Or Tn. So we know that Tn or An is given by a plus n minus 1 into d. Put this as 22. So 22 is equal to 58 plus n minus 1 into minus 3. This goes on the other side. 22 minus 58 is equal to minus 3n plus 3. 22 minus 58 is minus 39. Minus 39 is equal to minus 3n. N is equal to 39 by 3, that is 13. That means if he practices continuously for 13 days, minimum 13 days he'll take to achieve the goal. That is the covering distance of 500 meters in 22 seconds. That will take him 13 days. Easy. What was the follow-up question? So you can say, write down the statement correctly. The minimum number of days he needs to practice to achieve the goal is 13 days. If he wants to take it to 10 seconds, see again this is simple. Because if he wants to take it to 10 seconds, that means we are going to take the nth term as 10. And here we have A as 58, D as minus 3, An as 10, and we know that An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. So I can say that 10 is equal to 58 plus n minus 1 into minus 3. 58 goes on the other side. That is 10 minus 58 is equal to minus 3n plus 3. Minus 48 is equal to minus 3n plus 3. Minus 3 will be here. So minus 48 minus 3 is minus 15. You solve this further, n is equal to 51 divided by 3, that is 17. So it will take him 17 days of practice to achieve the same goal in 10 days. Please understand, children, this particular part has no resemblance with the question. They could have said that he wants to participate in a race. It could have been as simple as just a race. That's it. No need to give 500 meters also, because we are not using it anywhere. It's totally dependent on the time basically and the entire questions. Easy? Okay, so the first question is done. Here is the second question. Also remember, children, these questions are going to take a lot of time. So you have to keep time at the end to read these questions and solve. They're generally easy, but time consuming. Okay, so teacher gives an activity to the students to measure the height of the tree. Neeta accepts the challenge and places a mirror on level ground to determine the height of a tree. She stands at a certain distance so that she can see the top of the tree reflected from the mirror. Neeta's eye level is 1.8 meters above the ground. The distance of Neeta and the tree from the mirror are 2 meter and 2.5 meter respectively. Answer the questions below. Okay, understand. Teacher gives an activity to the students to measure the height of the tree. So there is a tree. AB is a tree. Okay. Neeta has accepted the challenge and she places a mirror on the level ground. She places a mirror like this, right, on the ground. She places a mirror on the ground. So this is horizontal mirror. Okay. She stands at a certain distance so that she can see the top of the tree reflected from the mirror. Understand this. She is over here and she is looking at the mirror to see the top of the tree. She is not directly looking at the tree. Mirror to the tree top. I hope this is clear. So this is basically your incident ray and this is your reflected ray. Slight concept of physics. Why she is here? She is not on the ground because they have clearly told that she is 1.8 meters above the ground. So we are not bothered whether she is on the building or she is at her room or whatever. This distance is 1.8 meters that is given. From here she looks down, from here she looks here. So definitely these two values are anyways equal and this is a tree and this is 1.8 meters. This distance is already given. You can see from the ground level over here is 2 meters towards Neeta and towards the tree the distance is 2.5 meters. We are going to answer the following questions. This question is purely based on triangles now, right? So what is given? What are the two triangles formed in the above diagram? That is the first question. We are supposed to prove that triangle ABM is congruent to. Second, we are supposed to prove that triangle ABM is similar to triangle CDM. The third question says what is the height of the tree and what is the distance between Neeta and tree. Okay. So what are the two triangles formed? That is simple. This is one triangle, this is another triangle. Triangle ABM towards the tree side, triangle CDM towards Neeta's side. Two triangles are formed. Very simple question, 1 marker. Then we are supposed to prove that the two triangles are similar. Now this is interesting. We know that this is a tree, this is some height. So these angles are going to be 90 degrees anyways. Not only that, if you see angle ABM, AMB, angle AMB is going to be angle CMD. We know that angle of incidence and angle of reflection are equal. Actually, angle of incidence is over here, angle of reflection is over here, but this is 90, this is 90, correct? I is equal to R. So can I say the inner part 90 minus I will be equal to 90 minus R. It is obvious. That means the inner parts are also going to be equal. So the two triangles are similar by angle-angle test of similarity. This is very important. You have to write down the reason why the two angles are equal there. Angle of incidence, angle of reflection, they are equal. Correct? So here can I say by A test of similarity the two triangles are similar. What is the third question? What is the height of the tree? Height of the tree. What is given? Here two parts are given. Here one part is given. AB we don't know. Two triangles are similar. We know that once the two triangles are similar, the corresponding sides are in proportion. So can I say triangle ABM similar to triangle CDM? So AB by CD is equal to BM by DM is equal to AM by CM. AM by CM we don't know. Leave it. Put the values here. So AB by 1.8 is equal to 2.5 by 2. Cross multiply and further you get AB is equal to 2.5 into 1.8 by 2, that is 2.5 into 0.9, that is 2.25. So 2.25 meters is the height of the tree. And in this way we have solved one more question based on this particular application, that is the triangles, and this is a case study based question, right? Perfect. The third is what is the distance between Neeta and tree? That is very simple. You just have to add the distances, right? The 3 points are collinear. So you'll add BD is equal to BM plus DM, that is 2.5 plus 2, that gives me 4.5. So 4.5 meters is the final answer. Let's have a look at a new question now. It says, at a mela, a stall keeper in one of the food stalls has a large cylindrical vessel of base radius 15 centimeters filled up to a height of 40 centimeter with orange juice. This is a question based on mensuration, right? So juice is filled in small glasses. Each small glass consists of 6 centimeter long cylindrical portion attached to a hemisphere of radius 6 centimeter and sold for rupees 25 each. Okay, so here it is. At a mela, a stall keeper in one of the food stalls has a large cylindrical vessel. Okay, he has this large cylindrical vessel with base radius 15. The radius is 15 centimeter and the height is 40 centimeter. Height is 40 centimeter. It's filled with orange juice. The juice is filled in small glasses. Then it is poured in small glasses. But how is the glass? The glass is such that each small glass consists of 6 centimeter long cylindrical portion attached to a hemisphere. So it is a combination of cylinder and hemisphere at the bottom. See, cylinder plus hemisphere, right? Radius is how much? 6 centimeter. And this is sold for 25 rupees each. So this is 25 rupees, this is 25 rupees, and so on. Okay. And the height is also 6 centimeter. 6 centimeter long. Long means height. You have to understand the question. See, there is so much of data, so much of information given here. So to process that with respect to the figure. So the question is, what is the volume of the juice in the vessel? That is easy. What is the capacity of each small glass? Right? For that we need the volume also. How much money does the stall keeper receive by selling the juice completely? That is one of the questions. Second is, if 1/5 part of the juice fall initially by stall keeper and then sold remaining juice for rupees 40, how much money does the stall keeper receive by selling the remaining juice completely? Okay, we'll focus on this later. Let's focus on one question at a time, that is to find out the volume of the juice. See, if you see the vessel, what is given? Radius is given 15 centimeter. This radius was already given, and the height is only the filled part. Right? The height of the vessel is 40 centimeter, which is up to filled. Only we will find out that. So the volume is pi r square h, that is 22 by 7 into r square into h. R is 15, this is 40. Once you solve this further, 15 square is 225. 225 into 40 is 9000. Okay, you can take 9000 pi cubic centimeter. They have not given the value of pi anyways. We got the volume of cylindrical vessel now. Rather than saying volume of the cylindrical vessel, we can say volume of the juice, right? See, this is volume of juice. I hope this is clear. Because the entire cylinder is not filled with juice. Now what is the capacity of small glass? Again, it is simple. You need the radius, you need the height. Height is given. Radius is also given. Radius of the cylindrical part is 6. Height is given 6. So that's it. Volume will be volume of cylinder plus volume of hemisphere. Always remember, if something is common, take it common rather than solving it separately. Now you put the values of R. R is 6, H is 6, solve it further. This is 3 1s are 3 2s are 2 2s are 4, 6 plus 4 is 10. So 36 into 10 is 360, that gives you 360 pi. Correct? 360 pi cubic centimeter is volume of each small glasses or juices there. So how much money does the stall keeper receive by selling the juice? Okay. Now we know that we need to find out the number of glasses sold first. Here the figure is given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but that is not the actual figure. We have to find out how many juices he actually sold. For that, what we will do, we'll take the volume of the entire cylinder divided by volume of one glass. See, we have both the We have both the values here. That is 9000 pi by 360 pi. This is volume of the small glass. This gets cancelled, you get 25. He's selling 25 glasses and one glass costed rupees 25. It's given in the question. 25 rupees he's selling. So 25 into 25 is 625. So he earned 625 rupees. Easy question. Now the last part says, if 1/5 part of the juice fall initially by stall keeper and then sold the remaining juice for 40. That means 1/5 part of the juice is eliminated. Entire volume of the juice is 9000 pi cubic centimeter. 1/5 of the juice will give me 1800 pi cubic centimeter. Now I need to find out the volume of the remaining part. The remaining will be 7200 pi cubic centimeter. Now the number of glasses with this volume, correct? That is 20. Now he is selling, he got only 20 glasses, but now he is selling these 20 glasses for 40 rupees each. So 20 into 40 is the answer, that is 800 rupees. So he'll receive 800 rupees. That means he has made a business of 800 rupees by selling 40, even if he keeps 1/5 part of the juice apart, that is falls off initially, right? Still 7200 is remaining, and that is divided into 20 parts. And each part has 40 rupees. 40 into 20 is 800. So I hope you enjoyed this session alongside me. We have solved the entire sample paper. We also have 2 sample papers before. Make sure that you go and watch them. Thank you so much everyone. Keep learning with Top Scholars.